if that's what people do. I don't know. Hey, you're being live streamed.
What, right now?
Yeah, we're starting, fools. We don't mess around up in here.
I didn't even give express written permission.
Oh no, you signed your life away when you said, "Okay, I'll record." All right, boys, it's all you. Sports
all right.
with Stix.
Hey, well,
let's go. We got a lot of stuff to go over, homie. What's cracking down there? I know we're only 4 days away from the big game, and someone's excited. I know you're excited for your Rams house, baby.
Man, I already told you, this is probably the calmest you'll ever see me in my life, man. I mean, there's not a level of confidence that has not been achieved by me in this last week. It just hasn't happened yet. I mean, the level of relaxation that I feel right now is just like, I mean, it's zen. I'm telling you, it's zen.
I don't know, man. I think on Sunday when I see you're gonna have a whole new game face on.
I doubt it.
That's what I'm looking forward to, hanging out with you on Sunday, and we're gonna kick it, have a good time. I'm ready for some good eats, so you better get your grilling on. You know.
Oh, that's mandatory.
I only bring the pretty face and the camaraderie, baby.
Oh, that's cool, because you come over here, you know, eating is just goes a part of the program. We're like a bunch of Italians around here. Don't nothing happen unless food is involved.
Well, that's good, because I'm looking forward to it. And by the way, the anonymous wife, said I was welcome over there after all the nonsense you spewed.
You like that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, but she said all of that now. But they catch her by herself. She was like, "Look, I'm gonna stop inviting people because people don't have no gratitude." See, she tell you, you know, saying some niceties and all of that, but she keeps it real with me. She was like, "See, look, I ain't inviting people for shit no more." Then.
Hey, well, you know, it is a nice little commute, so I get what you're saying. You know, when we try to put plans together, you're like, I ain't driving 45 minutes up there.
It's like, damn, we in the same county, but like, damn it, like the edge of both damn near. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
yeah,
you got to drive through the entire motherfucking county to get to one another's cribs. You know what I mean?
For real though, we do have to make that trek, but we're gonna make that happen. And before we get into it, you know, we got to make sure that we are gonna try to throw something together. We'll see how the audio is when we get down there, or when I get down there. On Sunday morning, you know, while we got plenty of time to put some pregame festivities together. We're going to talk a little bit about all the props and the game bets, and then a little debate I think we got going on with Rams and Bengals for the Super Bowl, or the big game, whatever you want to call it.
But yeah, I don't even understand all of this. Why do some people have to hesitate in what they call the damn thing if that's what the hell is damn called? It's called the damn Super Bowl. I mean, why do I have to play around with this wordage and say big game? What is this?
I know we went around. We went around the Super Bowl saying the last couple of years, but you know what? We ain't got time for all that. We're going to get into it. That's what it's called.
Everybody know I ain't got time for that damn shit. It's called whatever comes out of my mouth. If I called it the damn toilet bowl, that's what the hell it is.
For real. So, hey, check it out. If you're on YouTube right now, we appreciate you. Subscribe as always. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review on whichever platform you use for your podcast. Go to thisisfunner.com for more podcasts and online content. Grab some merch while you're there from the Funner family. Our shop is up there as well, you know, plus all the other podcasts that Chris does. The CEO, Chris_Donovan does. And then follow me on Twitter at Stix015. Follow this guy, Nos Big Homie, at homie_anonymous. And make sure you use that hashtag Stix and Sports. We got you.
Gotta do that.
Following it all, you know.
Most definitely.
We got a lot to go over, homie, and got to break this down in like an hour. So I think I got. We don't even need that long. Bruh.
We don't even need that long, because to be honest with you, see, you will be surprised to know. You would think that I have like all of these, you know what I'm saying, straight Homer style opinions on this game. And you talking about surprised? Damn it! Listen up.
Well, hey, we're gonna just go over a few quick things real from that we've just starting to get into the next if I can get this thing to work. We got what do we got? We got NASCAR happened this weekend. That was kind of wild, homie. Logano won the Busch Class at the LA Coliseum, quarter-mile track, smallest track they've ever raced on. That was a little I don't know about all that.
That's weird though. I mean, everybody has gone through, everybody's done high school PE before, and you've had the track at school. That was the size of the damn racetrack, bro. A quarter-mile track. It was dope to see it fitted inside the Coliseum. It was just like a wild, mind fuck with the visuals, because it's a damn racetrack on top of the Olympic sprinting racetrack. You feel what I'm saying? So
right.
They had some nice cool intros and all of that, but it was just wild to see that little ass track
with these big ass cars going around a quarter-mile track. That's just crazy.
Four crashes, cars completely out, I think, in the first 30 laps, bro. Yeah, so I mean, you see how small the track was. 30 laps is like 10 minutes. I mean, it was like no time.
Hey, we talk about the script for the NFL all the time, right? I believe that the NASCAR was setting up the script, because there were like you said, 4 wrecks or whatever, just in the one that I saw. And they're setting up the script for the year racing, because they had, dude was get off camera and they're like, I don't know why homie wrecked me, why this dude wrecked me, why this guy was racing like this, why this dude was racing like this. So I think they're trying to set up a little drama for their season as well. So we'll be following that, as we always do. As you all know, we try to cover a little bit of everything throughout the year. So we also had the Olympics still going on, brah. So a lot to talk about there. I'm sure we're gonna have to get into a whole recap later on when this is all said and done. But interesting to say, I've been watching a lot of replays on NBC that they've had, so that's pretty sweet. Not seeing a lot of it live like you probably are, homie, but
a little bit.
I see a little bit. I started watching the women's hockey game the other day, the USA and Canada, and I turned it on. I think USA was up 1-0, or they were tied 1-1, and then they took the lead 2-1, and they gave up like 3 goals right away or whatever. I had to change it. I gave them some bad juju.
You just might have. Yeah, I don't know. They got the Canada women's number, but I don't know. They must have been looking for that good revenge, and they found it in a 4-2 win. Canada over the USA. Damn shame.
It was a damn shame. I think the men's hockey starts tonight or tomorrow, so that'll be good to see. We got the Krakens, Maddie Beaners from the Michigan.
Who the hell? Wait, hold on. Let's stop real quick. Who the hell is playing in this hockey tournament if nobody from the league is playing in it?
They got a lot of the
like amateur, under 18 amateurs and that kind of thing, or what?
I don't know if it's all under 18, but definitely some college guys, probably some good W or other whatever level guys. So we'll see. But yeah, we'll have to tune in and find out. No NHL guys, like you said. But yeah, you saw the All-Star game for the NHL. That is the format, and homie was offline talking about this. So
all day.
Why don't you just tell us how that all went down and what you think about that, homie, real quick?
No, it's a real special setup, but after I like the way they did it, I'm gonna explain how they did it. But one thing that I thought about after the fact is not every sport can do it like this. Yeah, I mean, because it has to have the infrastructure in place. Now, when I say infrastructure, that basically means hockey has 4 divisions, and that's it. Okay. So what they decided to do was give each division and make an all-star team out of those divisions and have the divisions play each other in a tournament bracket setup like Final Four, which was hard. I mean, just to have 3 all-star games, basically, you know what I mean? And you get to see a larger variety of people because is regional now. You know what I mean? You can back your regional, even though your chief rival, like for instance, us. Now imagine an all-star team from the damn Rams, 49ers, Seahawks, and that other whack team down there. You know what I mean? So we would probably smoke everybody easy. You know what I mean? So that would be, something to root off of. I think that's some hype right there. That's heavy. The Metropolitan Division ended up winning it, which was cool. I seen Eberle out there doing this thing for the good Seattle Kraken, and the Pacific. But yeah, man, I like it. But like I said, not everybody can do that because you would need straight up 4 division. So you'd have to take, like basketball, for instance, Eastern Conference, Western Conference, and then find some way to split them in half evenly. You know what I mean? But it has to be with the regional groups, and that's what made it hard.
Yeah, that was actually the way they got it all figured out. So that's a good setup for sure. And like I said, maybe we'll have to dive into trying to fix some other shit for the major sports like we've been doing for the last couple of years. Give them all.
Hey, I know for one thing, ain't no fixing the damn Pro Bowl. I'll tell you that damn much right now. That shit is a piece of work.
Ain't that the truth? They literally are on the verge. I mean, they're literally a 2-hand touch.
It's flag, bro.
At this point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They might as well just really bust out the flags and at least play aggressively to get flags. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you might see some actual activity with people doing spin moves to get flags. That was a damn travesty, G. I sound like Stephen A right now. That was, you know what I'm saying? that, man, I got so many opinions about that shit, but I'll say that for another day because it's a lot more important shit to be talking about right now, given 4 days away.
4 days away, and you're pretty cool, calm, and collected. I need to get I'm ready for the little bit of hype I'm going to see on Sunday because I know you can't control it for 4 more days, brother.
I told you, man, this is different. I'm telling you, this is different, and I'm going to tell you why. Yeah, I said this is different. Whenever you want to hear my part of the hardest pregame show you ever heard of, Sports Fix with Stix, featuring the anonymous big homie. Super Bowl preview, pregame, jump off, whatever you want to call it, man, I'm about to serve it up. So you better be ready and come equipped.
I'm ready for your ass, dog. I got you. I had to reach out to my boy, hardcore Cincinnati Bengals fan, homie investigation insider, John Sandlin, Cincinnati Bengals, rule the jungle. And I got a little bit of tidbits I had to reach out and get because I knew if I wanted the real inside information, I had to go to the real deal, Mr. John Sandlin. So I got some stuff for you.
And that's what investigation is all about. So I hope you did.
I do. And I do. Well, we start out with a little bit of a storyline, just a quick storyline. And I know probably everybody heard about this is young Joe B, after he tore his knee last year. And Andrew Whitworth was the old veteran for the Rams in rehab. They kicked it last year. Isn't that a pretty cool story? Didn't even know each other, hung out. The doctors hooked them up, said, hey, you guys may, want to hang out a little bit, rehab. I don't know if they rehabbed together, but hung out a little bit. So that was pretty dope. So,
and of course, we know Andrew Whitworth is basically the OG of the Cincinnati Bengals prior to coming to the Rams. So there's that story affiliation still right there. Go ahead.
Oh, yep, exactly. That's a good call. I forgot all about that. So good segue right there. So
I'm telling you, you're about to get cooked. I mean, you're about to get cooked already. I mean, you might as well chalk it up right now. Mark it up.
No, one for the not as big homie. All right, what else you got, homie? Let's go. What you got? You want to talk about a little what the is this? I think it's still 48.5 over under, and then Cincy I think moved down to -4 because of what we talked about last week. Good old Mattress Mac throwing I don't even know what was, I forgot what his bet was. Was it like 4 million or 3.5 million or something?
Yeah, to win 7.8 or 7.6, I think it was. I mean, that's him up to his usual shenanigans. Hey, to be honest with you, to the average person, it probably seems crazy as shit, right? But my man is basically hooking up his bets with his promotional deals. That's all he's
Yep.
doing. That's all he's doing. So either way, he figures he's about to comp his money back, whether it's with retail sales or, you know what I'm saying, he's going to go be at the counter collecting up because he had to kick in all of this free merchandise he had to give away. So he tries to do it, but the world knows that he's fallen off a bunch of times.
I was just gonna say he's on not a real great win streak right now, but he's still out there doing his thing though.
That's what I'm saying. If you play the numbers, it's the long game. Everybody knows if you're really out there hitting the counter, you know what I mean, trying to be about this betting life, it's about the long game. It's not about that, you know what I mean, that quick hit or the play a little to win a lot. That's not how it gets done. That is not how it gets done. So get your mind right.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying. I mean, look, the story, like you say, is we looked at the money movement. It hasn't happened. You know what? My most surprised, the most thing that I'm surprised at, biggest thing, the total has not moved. And I did a little bit of research into this, okay? And everybody can go look. If you did the head-to-head statistical baseline, you know what I mean, analytic analysis on these two teams, the shit's damn near identical, bro. Points per game, points per game. I'm talking about offense now. Points per game, passing yards per game, rushing yards per game. It basically turns into a mirror. Right. So like I talked about a couple weeks ago, I think basically when you just look at the reverse engineering it, 4 points, they're saying, okay, on a yearly power rank, the Rams are just 4 points ahead of them. And it should be that the Rams generally score 27 or so points. Believe it or not, so do the damn Bengals. But given that 4 point slot, you have to push them back to around, and I think I'll get into it in a minute, but I mean, I think their number is what, 21 and a half or something like that. I think as
team total,
if I'm mistaken,
for the Bengals.
Yeah, I just had it. Shit.
Yeah, it's probably something similar to that.
Oh yeah, 21 and a half, 27 and a half, 21 and a half. And that's how you get to your 48. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get to your 48. And then now you're balancing on who's going to come up and get that other one. Because I think the Rams actually went up to 27 even. Right? Or down, I should say. 27 even, which is what I think their final number is going to be. Unless. I'm going to get it.
We get into that too. All right.
I'm going to get into it because, like I said,
so you want to go.
I'll say the competition is there. We don't have to argue about whether this game should be competitive, because if we just take like those numbers I just talked about, it should be competitive. It should be your dead set rock hard over. You know what I'm saying? Just like you always call out, it should be. But I don't know. What don't we know? And then game script play out.
And I got something for that overplay as well. On my notes here for you, homie. All right. So what do you want to start with? You want to start from top to bottom real quick and just start with some quarterbacks and roll the way down, or coaching, or what do you want to coaching end? What do you want to do?
No, let's keep the coaching at the end, man.
Got it. Yep.
And do it like that.
All right, I'll roll. What you got? Go ahead and start it off. I'll roll with you.
Look, I'm already on the record. We're looking at we comparing these quarterbacks between these two teams, two Super Bowl teams. So clearly successful jokers throughout the year. But I'm already on the record saying, on my life, if Goof would have got that pass to Brandon Cooks out a little bit faster, Tom Brady would already be retired. Okay. And we'll be talking about Goof right now and not Matthew Stafford. The Bengals clearly, if it was me on my trust analysis scale, the Bengals clearly have the more trustworthy quarterback to me. I'm not even going to front. I mean, because like I said, if you look at the QB statistical numbers, everything looks even. But you know the homie, he ain't going to let you fail like this and have you thinking you know what I'm saying, all crazy and wild without proper information. I went in deeper. You had to go in a little bit deeper, and I'll tell you why I think Joe Burrow's the better quarterback. Exactly something like what I was talking about. They got a percentage in the analytic called a bad throw percentage. Joe Burrow's bad throw percentage is 10.7. Now, I don't know what the fuck 10.7 means. You get what I'm saying? I don't know how they got to that. Don't even ask me that, because I ain't been in algebra 2 pre-calc in years. I can't tell you. But I can tell you with 100% assurity that Matt Stafford's 18.6% is higher than that. And I've seen it. So when I seen these numbers, I go, see, that's why. That's why we get pick six. Okay? This is why we get pick six. Secondly, Joe Burrow, on target percent. How they come up with this, who the hell knows? But I can tell you, Joe Burrow's on target percent is 82.6 compared to Matt Stafford's 76.6. Okay. Now, granted, they took a lot of stuff into play with this. It's, I guess where the ball is thrown, whether it's catchable and all of this stuff in both of those stats. But I'll tell you, after watching the games and seeing the outcomes of some of these games, that shit makes hella sense to me. Now, the problem that I have is that, yes, Joe Burrow is a lot more trustworthy. I would take him. I would take Goof over both of them on the Rams. Well, no, maybe not. That's going too far. Hold on. I would probably take Burrow, Goof, Stafford if I had to choose on the Ram squad right now. Okay, granted. Matt Stafford just has to do the bare essential Matt Stafford and not do Detroit Matt Stafford shit, right?
Right.
He has to try not to do Detroit Matt Stafford shit. Joe Burrow just got to keep doing what he's been doing, right? It's not going to be on him. He can do what he's done all year. Now here's this. Now, I don't know if this is on him or not. I don't want to number people to death, and I'm going to let you get on. You have to remember, Cincinnati lost twice to the Cleveland Browns, who ended up being like shit. And one time they got smoked in week 9. Okay? Smoked. Oh, I forgot. They also lost to the Jets, bro. Okay? So, I mean, that's not all they lost to, but I'm just saying. So, you have to calm down, but if we're just talking about the quarterbacks, so Joe Burrow has thrown up some deuces, which is well documented. That's why he got benched from my fantasy squad. Therefore, I lost. You know what I'm saying? But I would take Joe Burrow.
I would take Joe Burrow too. However, Stafford has been playing very well in the postseason, right? I mean, you were talking about the throws under pressure type or accuracy or whatever was like 18%, right?
Right.
In the postseason, Stafford's averaged 301 yards a game, 6 TDs, and only 1 interception, and has a 115 quarterback rating. And as for Burrow, even though they've been winning and playing games, they've relied on the kickers in
Right.
those games, right? But Joe Burrow's passing yardage of games actually went down to 280 from 288 and has, 2 interceptions in the postseason and a 96 QBR. I'd still believe that the way the game plan is going to go, that Burrow is going to be your guy. Don't think he's going to make any of those bad decisions. If we're just talking quarterbacks here, I'm still going to go with Burrow in this one as you should. The person you want to rely on, the quarterback you want to rely on in this game. However, I am impressed with Stafford's the way he's been playing in the postseason and being able to, you ain't?
I ain't.
All right.
I'm telling you. Look, I can say that this is my squad.
I guess he did try to throw the ball to Jacorsy Tart or whatever.
I've seen this before, and Goof didn't do this. That's all I'm saying. We had the Patriots beat, bro. So I'm not tripping off of that. I'm just saying Matt Stafford just has to not get lost in the game. because Joe Burrow don't give a shit, man. This ain't too big for him. Pressure don't mean nothing. You know how I used to say about I think I've said it before. They too stupid to know what's going on. And something in that is beautiful. There's something in that, that beautiful ignorance. There's something in that. That's great. So, you know, you don't have to think about it too much. He's, you know what I'm saying, the new school version of Joe Cool. They put that Joe Cool label on him like he's Joe Montana, you know what I'm saying? But if that's how he likes to live, hey, that's what I'm saying. That's why you have to give it to him. Matt Stafford is like a little bit of this, right? Everything has always been a little shaky. You know what I mean? So that's why I say I don't give a shit if he's a veteran, been in the league for longer. In this situation, I would give the quarterback advantage to Cincinnati.
I like it. I agree with you, homie. We have a the running back. This is kind of wild right here. I think this is going to be a real good matchup between both teams in the running back situation, because you have Mixon and you have P. Ryan, which I don't even have any notes on P. Ryan because he really doesn't get out there that much. He really is not needed in a whole lot of run game for the Bengals. But you got Sony Michel, who was and Henderson, who were the running backs for the Rams all year because of Akers' Achilles, right? And then you get Akers back for the last game or whatever, and then the playoffs. And you know, Akers does have those 2 fumbles, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Averages 50 yards a game in the playoffs. Michelle went down to 26 yards a game in the playoffs. And you have Mixon. You know, it seems like the game plan, and we'll talk about the offenses and the defenses in a little bit as a combined unit.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, Mixon's rushing yards have went down in the playoffs as well. So in this, I would still take Mixon as a running back in this situation for those fantasy purposes out there that are doing a fantasy playoff maybe, because I think this is going to be one of those games where maybe utilized a little bit, but not a whole lot, in my opinion, for the Cincinnati running backs, because for Mixon, you have to be able to get him in a flow. And and I think they start out a lot with, and I'm probably wrong on this because I'm not in the Cincinnati circle, but it seems like they do utilize them a lot in the first few possessions, but not a whole lot after that. And that could have a little bit to do when they're down at halftime or whatever against the Chiefs. But I like Mixon in this situation. I think he brings a lot more because I don't really trust Akers. In the long story short, I don't trust Akers, even though he's my guy, go Knowles. And in this situation, after coming off that injury, it's weird to me that they haven't utilized Sony Michel a lot more in the last couple games to me. So I would take Mixon at the running back position over those 2 guys, I guess, Michelle and Akers, because it seems like Henderson has just been phased out. Not like they were last year when they were doing was it last year when they had the 3 running backs and they just rotate them all in?
Yep. And the year before that too.
And the year before, yeah.
Yeah. With CJ. We had CJ back there helping out that, you know, all the way up to the running through getting to the Super Bowl that year too. We ran with 3 dudes. I mean, I can't do anything but agree with you on this. If you got 3 pieces of guys, I'd rather take the one whole guy. Okay. And I think that the reason why I would say that Cincinnati has the running back advantage in this situation is utilization. It's utilization. They don't just go dead set hardcore, you know what I'm saying, hand in, you know what I'm saying, put the ball into the dude's guts and power, you know what I'm saying, or trap or sweep run. That's what the Rams do. And they use it as just like we'll just take this play in order to set up what we're trying to do. You know what I mean? To keep you honest, as they say. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Rams try. That's how the Rams use their run. They're not using their running game to be successful. You know what I mean? So when I look at, Sony Michel had one game where he was, you know what I mean, where he popped some good numbers. Cam Akers not back. You know, Henderson consistent. But if he was that guy based on what he was doing at the beginning of the year, I don't know what I would say in the situation between him and Mixon. But I can say that Cincinnati uses their running backs way more in the passing game. And this is why I give them the edge. Cincinnati throws to running backs, okay, 6.5 yards per target. So they're in the routes. This ain't like a safety valve situation. You know what I'm saying? So they're utilizing these guys. That's why I looked up some of the games where we were talking about, because remember we talked about maybe toward the back end of the season, I was like, they're phasing out Joe Mixon and they're just pass.
Right.
You know
we did talk about that. Yep.
Yeah. And they're just letting Joe Burrow do his thing. Joe Burrow attempts over, just book it. Right. But you look at some of those games, even though Mixon didn't have rock solid rushing yard numbers, he had touches, multiple touches on the receiving game. So that's the reason why I say that. Yeah, I don't like that whole group production situation. I'm not a fan of that. That means nobody can get in the groove. I'm old school. I want to see you give it to Emmitt Smith 40 times. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. So, even though the Rams can do a little bit, see, that's why I think that we miss. I was hoping that I would hear some miracle of freaking Robert Woods, aka Bobby Trees, for those who are not in the know, was going to be like miraculously healthy for this game, because the way that we utilize Robert Woods is on some Debo type situations. He just comes swinging around from being out wide, you know what I mean? And next thing you know, he got the ball on reverse or on screen pass, things like this. But he's getting the ball as a rusher. And that's part of the game plan that Sean McVay likes to call. But that's not there. So, like I said, again, I'd give the running back advantage to Cincinnati too, man. I bet you didn't think that, boy.
After as cool, calm, and collected as you have been, homie, I figured that you were setting us up for something. And I feel that the setup is coming here soon. But on a quick note and a spoiler alert, Mixon has 5 straight overs receiving yards. So, a little spoiler alert for y'all.
It's out there.
But all right, I think this is a good discussion for the wide receivers right here, because the wide receivers you still have to accommodate or integrate the quarterbacks in this situation, right? For your receivers. Who's going to make the right decision? Heavily involved. There you go.
Yes.
You definitely have to take that into consideration. I was looking at some numbers because, I'm a numbers guy. And, I guess we got Jamar Chase, Boyd, T. Higgins, and we got Kupp, OBJ, and Van Jefferson, right? And
we throw the tight ends in there too.
Oh, yeah, we throw the tight ends. We got Uzama, Higbee, Blanton.
I don't know. Drew Sample.
And Drew Sample. There we go.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we can just throw them all into one core here. And as a Super Bowl fan, this is going to be fun to watch all these guys. And we'll get into the defenses and stuff later. However, the thing I got to go off of from my guy, John Sandlin, the Bengals insider, and I want to start with this because I think this is very good information that I got from him is
go.
Well, of course, if I could find it here on all my notes. So the Cincinnati offense is the top team, one of the top teams in the NFL in yards after catch. They were actually number 2 at 6.4 yards after catch for the Cincinnati offense for the receivers, right? Or I guess any of the pass catchers. So I like that. I like that stat, and I much appreciated from John Sandlin to get that to me because I liked it a lot. And I was looking at these numbers that, Jamar Chase, we all know who he is, right? And we'll talk about the defenses. He's going to probably be stuck by Jalen Ramsey all year or all game. You got Tyler Boyd. Sorry. He went, a regular season, he went from 51 yards a game to 20 yards a game in the postseason. I think T. Higgins, I've seen this talked about before. before I saw it on any of the NFL live stuff and all that stuff, I actually thought T. Higgins was going to be the X factor in this game, in my opinion, for the Bengals, because you're going to have Ramsey probably chasing, chase around, no pun intended. Anyways, because he's the only guy you guys have on defense that is worth a damn at the cornerback position or safety position. So that's going to be interesting to see. However, you still have Kupp, OBJ, and Van Jefferson. So out of those three for the Rams, I think Van Jefferson has to step up his game in this situation, because I feel that Kupp and OBJ, I don't know about how. Obviously we're going to have to roll with the Kupp over probably 104.5, 105.5.
Over whatever, right? You're going to have to probably roll with that, just because he gets his touches, he gets his catches, he gets his yards every once in a while. OBJ's kind of the little middle guy. I don't really expect to see a whole lot from him. He's been hyped up since he's got there. But Van Jefferson, he was a big part after Robert Woods, was sent down to the shelf. So the regular season, but he hasn't really showed up in the postseason yet. So that's going to be a scary factor for the receivers here. Let me see if I got anything else on the receivers before I let you roll, homie. No, I just like the yards after catch. So shout out to John Sandlin for that one. I like that. But in my opinion, I'm still going to roll with the Bengals receiving core with, add a healthy Uzama to that and a healthy Higbee to that. They really are a wash, in my opinion, in these 4 to 5 matchups, VIA, Cincinnati, and your Rams. So, but since I'm already on the Bengals side of this, I'm rolling with the Bengals wide receivers on this. I wouldn't be surprised any other way. Okay. Now, this is one where you might be surprised to know. Okay. So you have to remember, we watched some of these Bengals games at the beginning of the year. I already pointed out a couple bad losses that they had, and those weren't even the half. Aside from the bad losses, they had games where there was just no productivity from the playmakers. Okay, so this one to me is clear, and only reason I'm going to say it clear is just with one fact: Cooper Kupp has as many yards as Higgins and Jamar Chase.
Oh, Chase.
Or I'm sorry, it is Boyd, Higgins and Boyd combined, bro, and that's one guy. So we know how much of a part of the offense that Cooper Kupp is, and we've already pointed out over the last maybe 4 weeks of the regular season plus the playoffs, he's going to eat. You're not going to stop him from eating. He is going to get his. Now, here we go. Interesting to find out that the Rams, well, we'll say Stafford versus Burrow. Stafford also has more air yards on passes than Burrow does. So Burrow is, not to say he's Ben Roethlisberger where he's throwing 2-yard passes. You know what I mean? But Stafford is getting people out there. This is the issue. Not the issue. This is the advantage. OBJ has become the third down possession guy. He has just been that last game with the 49ers, boom, third down when it's necessary. And we already talked about Coop. So we're not even going to say what Coop has been doing because we already know what he's been doing. I'm just going to give a shout out for the other guys. Odell Beckham has not been a down the field threat. Guess who has to be? It has to be Van Jay. Van Jay has to be the part of the offense that is the down the field threat. Now, you already said that he hasn't been extremely productive in this situation. but the Bengals don't have a down the field threat at all, period. Okay. All of their stuff is on Jamar Chase get off on a 10-yard slant, and then boom, that goes for 80. So you just have to stop that. Shout out. I've been saying T. Higgins is the man. He could be a number one on that squad. He was the guy that was tapped to replace AJ Green anyway, in the first place. So the hands and the passing, and I'm gonna give a quick giveaway real quick. I got Van Jay as my hard like as the first touchdown on the prop. Okay, at plus 1,500, because I think from what I saw after looking back at the Patriots game, I swear if Van Jay is as open as Brandon Cooks was, if Matt Stafford don't hit that, man, then one of those is gonna come open against Eli Apple and this dude, man. Okay, it's going to happen, and that's going to be the issue. And I'm going to talk about it a little bit later when we get into the what does Cincinnati have to do to win? What do the Rams have to do to win type situation? But yeah, no, I think that it's been well documented that Jamar Chase has a drop issue. Okay, he has the lowest catch rate on the whole team. He does
right now. Yes. Does that include postseason? Does that include after the bye week and after all the stuff came out? Does that include after?
That's the season.
In the postseason?
That's the season, bro. He was in the high to mid 60s. Everybody else is 70, 80. T. Higgins running the show over 80%. You know what I'm saying? He don't drop. Uzama got mad drops too. You know what I mean? So we talked about the beginning of the season. I know what you're saying. You're saying, oh, that was in the beginning of the season when, Jamar Chase was just getting started. Maybe he was a little shook. Man, look, he's still been dropping perfectly placed passes. And like I said, I think he is the guy that might pull a Kyler Murray and put his head down. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't out. Yeah, because he ain't out. He ain't out here talking like that. He ain't talking like Joe Burrow. You know what I'm saying? He ain't out there. We don't get to see any of these guys
talk because there's no NFL row, really. I mean, there's nothing to talk about because they're not putting these guys out there.
That's a damn travesty in itself. The media day situation is garbage, man. So you got to depend on whoever you listen to from an audio perspective, whoever they bring on as a guest. And they're not bringing on a lot of the players. So you're bringing up old players to talk about new players. I'm not down with that anyway.
No.
So anyway, but my point clearly, if you take away, because this is going to be one of my factors of how the Bengals have to, something has to happen for the Bengals to win. And like I said, if T. Higgins ain't a major part of this situation, it can't happen. You know what I'm saying? Because Chase is not
one of those.
Chase is not one of those guys that you can lean on. He's not going to bust a Cooper
I wouldn't
Kupp.
throw
He's
it that far, though, homie. I wouldn't throw it that far.
He's not going to bust a Tyreek Hill. No,
they've already been in that situation before.
No,
Joe B and Jamar. They've been in that situation where they
played
games together.
3 years ago,
hey,
you're saying.
Doesn't matter. They're still in the same. They've already have that camaraderie. They're already ready for the game type situation. And this
that was
might
one
be the
bowl
time.
game. That was one bowl game, and Justin Jefferson caught more touchdown passes than him. But anyway, even the sun shines on the backside of a dog's ass every now and again. And this time, it's a whole lot of cloud cover over the sun, if you feel what I'm saying.
Who's your wide receiver advantage?
Advantage Rams, easy. And that is a part of it's going to be connected to the coaching situation too, even though.
All right. I like that. I want to get into the coaching situation too. So what about the let's just go straight into the defensive special teams. What do you think? Or do you got something else in between?
Well, I mean, I think that nobody really needs to talk about the trenches, right? I mean,
because we need to talk about
Rams have the advantage in the trench.
We need to talk about how you think Aaron Donald's going to get 5 sacks after our last discussion last week.
I mean, if you want to hold me to whatever I said, then that's cool. I'll take that. But all I know is that Tennessee put them down 9 times, easy. You know what I'm saying? But I can't say nothing either because the Rams lost to Tennessee early in the season too, and that was the one bad loss that they took all year. The other 2 losses were, kind of competitive or something. But but I think that just at the sake of not wasting a lot of energy, it's easy to say that offensive line, defensive line, those are both advantage Rams, right? I mean, Joe Burrow's been on his back, okay? So, and he's been roughed. Yeah, I mean, not roughed, but he's been hit multiple times. You know what I'm saying? He's got a lot of throwaways, even though he's got a lot of, he doesn't throw the ball away that much. He tries to actually get the ball up the field. D line. Do we know Cincinnati's D except for against Tom Brady for putting pressure on somebody? I mean, not Tom Brady. I'm sorry, Patrick Mahomes. And just at the end of the game.
Yeah, and like we talked about, I think that what was his name? Hendrickson needs to show up big in this. And I had the other guys ready to rock and roll off my tongue, and I forgot already. But
so they got a guy that's hurt too, that's not going to be playing, and he was their main guy all season. He got carted off a couple weeks ago.
So the defensive line advantage, yes, I think you have to give it to your Rams on that aspect as far as like competing against the offensive line. However, the offensive line for Cincinnati has showed up in the last couple games. Hey, maybe they figured it out.
Maybe,
and I think I hope so. I don't think your Donald. I don't think your boy Donald even gets a sack in this game. To be honest with you,
that could be true.
And so
nobody pressures up the middle like Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald runs the defense.
You said that last week, right? You said it. That's not all about Aaron Donald. You said it's about him.
Even though he got 15 sacks from over the nose tackle, basically. You feel what I'm saying? Even though he still has 15 sacks on the season from basically over the nose tackle. I mean, I'm just saying.
And you said it's not all about him. It's about opening up those edges for Von Miller and your other boy. I can never remember his name. I keep wanting to say Floyd,
Leonard Floyd.
It is Floyd.
Leonard Floyd. Yeah.
Yeah. So you already called it. You already said it. And that's exactly what happened when in San Francisco, when Donald finally got his sack towards the end of the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to wrap this all up into one for you, homie. Because I wanted to throw all this out there. So this is another insider information I got from my boy John Sandlin out there, Bengals insider. So since the bye week of week 10, the Bengals bye week, they're number 1 in turnover margin. And Cincinnati's defense is ranked number 4 in the NFL. Oh, I went over the yards after catch. So we went there. Let me see.
Doesn't look like you got anything on defense.
No, I do.
That's really what it sounds like.
All these notes right here. I have to decipher all my chicken scratches. And I got Cincinnati's, I like Jesse Bates and Von Bell as a combo because
you don't know who those guys are.
I do know. I got insider information, baby. Insider information.
This is why I'm so calm.
They wrap up and tackle better than any of your safeties do. Because
I'm down with that.
Your safeties have given up let's see, they're the 4th worst in the NFL in yards after catch. That's with your boy Jalen Ramsey in there too, right? And Jalen Ramsey's supposed to be the Captain Save-A-Ho, right? He can get all that and save you. So they're the 4th worst. Your defense, your safeties are, homie. That's why they went out and got Eric Weddle off the basketball court. Okay,
that's not even it. Okay, look. Go ahead,
hang on, I got one more.
Get this time in.
I got one more. And Mike Hilton, number 1 ranked slot corner this year, and he held Tyreek Hill to 0 catches in both the second halves.
Something's wrong with Patrick Mahomes. Come on, man.
And he may not be able to stop Cooper Kupp, but maybe he'll be able to slow him down a little bit. But I give the defense advantage, the defensive back advantage, safety advantage to the Bengals on this after I got my insider information from my guy, John Sandlin, on this. And
I like it.
So that's what I got on the defense. And if I missed anything, I'll make sure I let you know. But that's what I got right there. It all boils down to
this is the reason why I'm so calm, man, because everybody swear up and down they got all of these angles and why Cincinnati is so great and why they're about to win this game. And nobody's saying nothing about the damn Rams like they're just chopped damn liver out here. I love this because they're trying to cook up to get you to get interest in, I don't know, playing the Bengals side, watching the game, so nobody thinks that this is just a Rams walkover, or trying to introduce you to the Bengals who are in the middle of Kentucky and Ohio, okay, across the bridge. Nobody knows who the hell they is. Nobody paid attention to Cincinnati Reds since Norm Charlton and Tom Browning. Nobody know a damn thing. Well, maybe Boomer Esiason. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, maybe a little bit of Icky Woods. Maybe a little Icky Woods, but you know what I'm saying? It was all about Nick Osowski and Craig Sabo. You know what I'm saying? What do y'all know about anything? I'm getting back on the right sport, okay?
Craig Sabo.
You don't know nothing about Craig Sabo, boy.
I do. I got the goggles,
yes,
the
sir.
Oakleys, baby.
Yes, sir. All right, look, the Rams have, it's already been documented that Joe Burrow is supposedly more successful when he is blitzed. Okay. And that's what the Chiefs tried to do is, in the Chiefs heavy blitzing team, they said, no, we're going to pull the reins back and we're just going to guard. And that's what slowed down the Bengals in the first half. That's why they were so successful and nothing was getting off. The Rams have 50 sacks, whether it's a blitz or regular. So it's 50-50, dead set down the middle. 25 sacks on just regular rushing 4, maybe bring an extra guy. 25 sacks when they trying to get after you. Okay. Now here's the thing. Joe Burrow is great at the blitz, like I just said. He gets it out there. Oh, well, good. What if we don't do that at all? Rams have 16 interceptions just rushing 4. So when they can all come back, how many people are ball hawking? And what you said is absolutely true. And I said this about Jalen Ramsey too. These dudes aren't hitters and tacklers. They're not. They're trying to either get the ball loose, which I get so frustrated with. They're either trying to get the ball loose or they're trying to ball hawk and they're trying to get the ball themselves, which is why when
that's going to be the wrong game plan.
I know this, but I'm saying that's a behavior that they have to fix going into the Super Bowl, because you can't. I can't even tell you how many times I've seen Jalen Ramsey let the pass be completed and then look to strip and not tackle. Oh, that's so frustrating, right? So he's already let a 7-yard, 8-yard pass get completed because he's given him that much space, but now he's trying to punch, strip, you know what I'm saying? Or he's trying to get at the ball. And now, you know what I'm saying, the guy's loose behind him. Dude, it's so frustrating. But, like I said, if they're able,
Eric Weddle back there.
If they're able, if the Rams, which I don't think like they'll have any problem, especially if, you know, Sebastian Joseph Day is able to come back with Ashawn Robinson, big Vince Wilfork looking dude down there playing real nose tackle for us. If we can just rush 5 and we don't have to blitz, bring an extra person, you know what I'm saying? And we can guard everybody back there and then double chase. That goes right into when Joe Burrow is not successful. Because
I think that's a bad game plan. When you bring chase, that leaves those options open, baby.
But there's
got
always
Mixon,
gonna be one-on-one.
Boyd.
It's gonna be one-on-one anyway. So you got to double somebody. I'm just saying somebody's gonna be able to get doubles. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 2 people get double, because if I'm only bringing 4, I'm dropping back 7. Or if I'm bringing 5, I'm dropping back 6. And you're not running 6 dudes out in formation. That's not what you're doing. Okay. So when Joe Burrow is not rushed, then all of these routes have to develop in order for him to get timing and things like that. So that's the reason why I say that I would give the secondary advantage to the Rams in this situation, because look, first of all, I mean, look at it. Eli Apple was on the squad with Odell Beckham, probably get chewed up back in the day on the Giants in practice 24/7. You think Odell Beckham ain't going to be waiting to see Eli Apple, bro?
Man, you keep making sure Eli Apple gets that troll pie, baby.
He didn't even finish his rookie contract for the Giants. Got him up out of there, bro. Come on, man. They kept Prince Amukamara. they kept Prince Amukamara the whole time, and he wasn't good neither. Okay, and he wasn't good either. You know what I'm saying? Longer than they kept Eli Apple. They got Eli Apple the hell out of there. So that's what I'm saying. And I know that Odell Beckham is going, if he gets on him, he's going to work him. He's going to work him. So I'm just saying, maybe Mike Hilton, he might be able to hold his own because you're going to have to put your number one guy in the secondary corner on Cooper Kupp, and you have to dedicate it to that. Now you're left with Eli Apple and your secondary or your safeties on Van Jay, whoever the hell we got going out as tight end. We don't know these guys from being talented dudes back there. Nobody's a first team all pro, somebody you even damn heard of. Only reason we heard of Eli Apple because he got tossed out of New York. He was the bad apple. No pun intended.
Leave Eli Apple alone, dog. Jeez. He is getting it from all sorts of ways from you.
Hey, look, he ain't got it the worst yet. But look, and then so we've been kind of hashed that out. And like I said, this is the part where, like I said, if it was in the trenches, I would say offensive line, defensive line, the Rams have the advantage in both because we know Joe Burrow's been on his back. Offensive line, we know that Matt Stafford stays clean for the most part. Okay, for the most part. Corners and all of that. I told you what I think there. You know what? With special teams, I think it's a wash. The reason why I think it's a wash is because what's my man's name? McPherson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he too stupid to know what's wrong neither. He just out there kicking. He don't care.
He's a young buck ready to roll.
He do not care. You know what I'm saying? And Matt Gay, he got shook last game. You know what I'm saying? And shanked one against the 49ers. Shanked one. So, look, I've been riding Matt Gay. He was on my fantasy squad and all that too. But he shanked one, and this boy is ready. Punters, I don't even think they might as well just not even put on a uniform in this game. Maybe a couple punts here and there, but I don't know Cincinnati from having a returner of note. And I know that if things get a little sketchy, Cooper Kupp will get his ass the hell back there. He will volunteer for that immediately. So for that reason, I would say that the special team situation between the two teams is probably a wash, I guess. I mean, you know.
Yeah, I like your under punts prop parlay there because it's probably going to be what 6.5, maybe 7.5. But when you look at the special teams part of this, you got McPherson, the young guy, you got Gay, the older guy, the veteran a little bit, right? He's been in the league for a while. But McPherson's longest is 58 yards. They are going to be playing indoors. And Gay's longest is 55. So, I mean, if you get anywhere close to the 40-yard line?
40, 45?
30, yeah, the
40,
40
is 47. Yeah, 40 is 57.
Yeah, so you'll be getting, if you get inside that 40-yard line, you're gonna have to think about kicking a field goal. So the over, another situation we'll discuss probably on the next show.
I think so too, because I don't think people gonna cheat themselves. I don't think people gonna cheat themselves on points. They're gonna try to put points on the board if they get close.
I like that, and I have something for that as well because I want to talk about one thing. I want to go over real quick. I was looking at the defensive stats for the playoffs. Since he's a +5 differential in playoffs, and you were talking about Jalen Ramsey trying to punch the ball out Peanut Tillman style, right? Mm-hmm. And the Rams are 0 in the turnover differential. Cincinnati's defense giving up 19 points. Rams defense giving up 18 points. However, the Cincinnati defense has given up 371 yards a game, 243 passing, 127 rushing. And then the Rams defense has been solid, 274 yards a game. I was going to say 220 passing and only 54 rushing. So
that's a big problem.
I know. And I think that still maybe gives Cincinnati a little bit of advantage on the passing game because then it kind of makes them not have to. We saw it with Buffalo, how what they run the ball like 4 times in one game. And I'm not talking about the snow game with New England. I can't remember who Buffalo played. They threw the ball like 50 times and ran the ball 4 or something like that. Yeah. I think that opens up the offense a little bit for, like I said, Joe Mixon a little bit, a couple runs early on, and then you just kind of mix in the run here and there to keep them honest, like you discussed, homie. So I think that's going to be interesting to find out, see how that goes. And you talked about coaching, right? We talked about McVay a little bit last week, how, maybe, young guy, what is he, 36 years old, been in the games, got the money, been to a Super Bowl. Yes, he wants redemption from the last Super Bowl. The one thing I find interesting about this is he's had, time to put a game plan together. We all know he's a genius, remembers every play that's ever been called in his lifetime and what happened, who it was, right? And you got the other young buck, Zach Taylor, at 38 years old, playing for, nothing, goes from, last to first or whatever this year. I like that matchup with, I like the matchup with those coaching styles. I don't know if the Rams offensive coordinator is all in, Kevin O'Connell, since he got the new Minnesota head coaching job.
That kind of you mean? Now all of a sudden he doesn't want to win the Super Bowl?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But all that time you spent interviewing, and look what happens. You've been there for 1 year.
Interviewing on Zoom.
Huh?
Interviewing on Zoom is distracting me from
on Zoom and still taken away from the 24/7 coaching job. I don't know, bro. We might see what happens. And we talked, like I said, we talked about McVay, man. Is he's pumped up, ready to go, and maybe he's just looking into the future. I'm gonna win this Super Bowl, quote unquote, and right off into the sunset. But what if he doesn't? What if he doesn't win the Super Bowl? And as far as Zach Taylor goes, I believe he has nothing to lose. I think, and this is another one of those spoiler alerts. And like I said, I'm obviously an over guy. You discussed that earlier. And I really think these two coaches know that there's going to be a necessity for points, right? And I don't think either one of these dudes, I think they're going to go balls out, especially in the second half. First half, we always see the bullshit game plan. Second half, we always see the bullshit game plan. But the second half of this game is going to definitely be the over. And it's because the two coaches know what they have to play for, and they know what they have as weapon-wise, right? All across the board, this is a better matchup, in my opinion, than a Tom Brady Super Bowl or a Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl or a freaking San Francisco 49ers Super Bowl. This is going to be an actual fun Super Bowl to watch. There's going to be points scored, and in the fourth quarter is going to be the most points scored, because I think we'll see at least 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, because it's going to be back and forth, and it's going to be a fun game to watch in all aspects. But when you go back to the coaching, I just think both of these head coaches, you couldn't get a better matchup, in my opinion, as far as coaching wise. Both pretty good coaches, very smart, very young, and going to go balls to the wall.
Well, I hope they smart. They damn head coaches in the NFL right now. Okay, they're not coaching.
36 and 38 years old. Remember when you were 36 and 38 years old?
Federal way high school
the fuck
varsity
were you doing?
Football. No, this is not a Bellevue High School varsity football coach. Yes, these dudes are smart. Here's the thing: I have zero trust in Sean McVay after what I saw during the playoffs and him calling a soft game. But right. I'm not about to go the other way, because the other guy, I don't think that there's anything that he hasn't shown anybody. You see what I'm saying? Sean McVay has got all kinds of shit cooked up. Okay. This dude has been after this all year because he's on the Bengals. He has given it everything he could possibly have to try to win that division, thinking that he can squeeze something out of this squad to compete with Baltimore, which they probably thought was going to be heavy on their ass. Cleveland, which they thought was going to be heavy on their ass this season. Pittsburgh, I don't know, they probably thought they were going to regress, I'm sure. So I'm not going to sit up here and take what I saw from Cleveland's or Cincinnati's production and play calling as a whole over Sean McVay's and Raheem Morris defense and all of that. Yeah, I mean, like I said, this could be close to a wash too, but I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say that I'm not taking this young dude who's probably Joe Burrow has made this coach. This coach ain't made Joe Burrow, okay? So this is Sean McVay out there trying to get Stafford to be as good as Goof, bro. Okay? You know what I'm saying? And trying to do this without the plays that he would normally have on deck with Robert Woods, okay? And that ain't even the half. You try to tell me that he ain't got plays that ain't been put out there on wax yet, and he done already had Odell Beckham throwing passes already. Okay, so I'm not.
McVay definitely has that, but you know the one play that you talked about earlier that works every fucking time that you said the Bengals have not had in their repertoire, which is going to come out on Sunday, and you will be surprised and you will see me tweet it as soon as it happens, is a 25 long bomb, baby. And it works every time I tweet it. Every time I tweet it, I say 25 long bomb needs to happen. Guess what happens when the 25 long bomb, right after I tweet that, goes into the metaverse or whatever the bullshit is called right now.
I guess it's already popping.
And that's one thing that you said that they don't have. And look what happens when they expose those Cincinnati DBs and safeties, or not Cincinnati, the Rams DBs and safeties when they go out on that. I get a little fired up. I don't know, man. I think that's going to be one of those that they don't have. But you're right, 100%. McVay has a different type of game plan that he could put into play. Coaching advantage, yeah, I'm going to have to give that to McVay, to be honest.
Yeah, G. I like I said, this game, like I say, look at this. Look at the smile, this painted smile I have on my face. I could sit up here and confidently tell you that Cincinnati is good in certain areas. And I can tell you that Matt Stafford,
very humble,
and Matt Stafford is garbage in some areas. But the whole, what do they say? The sum of its parts. You feel what I'm saying? There's no way we just did this 3 years ago. They just flashed Goof up on the screen right now a minute ago. I was about to get misty and start crying and shit. Okay? Because we had that shit. We already did this. Oh, and we don't have to leave the crib at all, neither. We don't have to worry about none of this. They have to try. They have to try to maintain low tones and peace of mind. They don't know what the hell they're doing. Look at Eli Apple looking stupid right damn now, looking like he's ready to get cooked. Man,
leave the guy alone, man.
But anyway,
leave him alone.
All right, look. So I had a couple of props that I was looking at. I'm just gonna run through them real quick, and if you had some, man, we can get into it before we bounce. Because I did want to do what does Cincinnati have to do to win, and what does the Rams have to do to win?
We can talk about that on
what has to happen
Sunday.
All right, we can hold that.
We can do that. We can do that on Sunday. But what do you? Yeah, because I know you got to roll, pick up the little kiddos.
So look, I was looking through, man, and just based on kind of the way that I see the game flowing, some of it I talked about, some of it even you talked about. So I was looking through, man. Finally got a chance to go to EQC. EQC is a vibe in Tacoma. Bet MGM. You know what I'm saying? They got that, man, they got that shit laid. It's a legit counter guys there. It is mad kiosks around for you to do whatever you want to do. I'm still not a fan of the all cash business. How come you can't swipe a card? I mean, it's stupid. I mean, it is what it is. But I guess that's how they don't want to give up part of their money to fees, which is completely understandable. But think about how much easier that would open it up. to everything, but I think they don't want to mix gambling and debt together. You know what I'm saying? So I get where you're going. But
Right.
anyway, for the record, EQC is a vibe. Definitely once they shake the newness off and you want to go watch your favorite, you want to watch the Apple Cup or one of your favorite teams, it's definitely a spot where you can go and sit up and post, watch a game. So I got their
EQC hit us up and
So
what you got there,
so
homie?
I walked out with one of their prop sheets, you know what I mean? And like I told you, I was going to leave with their prop sheets for my analysis. And I took theirs versus the stuff that we have access to, you know what I mean? Quiet as kept, everything's all legalized anyway right now. Anyways, you kiss my ass, you know what I'm saying? And there were some things that I like, man. Bet MGM didn't really have, I mean, they had, really the square bets on there. Nothing real crazy. Of course, they didn't have no Gatorade or shit like that. They had real statistical shit going on there. And then I went back and seen what we had available, and I was surprised to see that what we have available, they opened up the door and they got a lot of access going on in there. So I got, and now these are all likes, you know what I'm saying? This is the way that I see game flow, and you could probably check if you have access to any of these places, check your numbers before you, because these numbers that we have access to.
And we'll probably fire this up on Sunday morning, I
probably
think,
update
for sure.
Them. Yeah, all day. So look, they got Joe Burrow rushing yards at 11.5. And with the fact that he could be on the run and chasing his life at minus 110, I like that. Matt Stafford, they have at 5.5. I don't see him. I mean, 5.5 looks tasty enough to drop a little something, but not if you got like a high minimum bet or something like that. I mean, if I can go somewhere and put 5 on it or 10 on it, I might throw it just to get some action. We talked about Joe Mixon being a big part of their game and reasons for success. Joe Mixon rushing yards over 64.5 at minus 115. I like this because in order for them to make the game competitive, that's what they have to do. They got to do some of that to minimize some of the Rams' possessions. We also talked about my boy T. Higgins. T. Higgins receiving is at over 5.5. Well, it's 5.5. I'm saying over at minus 105. Okay, because like I said, if the Bengals are going to win, T. Higgins they have to be moving him around to get him off of Jalen Ramsey. Yeah, get him off of Jalen Ramsey and make him forced him to do other things. I already talked about the Van Jay first touchdown plus 1,500. Cooper Kupp rushing attempt. A rushing attempt. So just a rushing attempt. If Sean McVay calls Cooper Kupp's name for one of those Robert Woods plays, you got action. That's down there at plus 165. Here's another Sean McVay special for you. Players with a passing attempt. Okay. You know how they normally set that one at 2.5 every year. And then you got your 2 quarterbacks. There's your 2. Isn't anybody else going to throw a pass? Well, like I talked about earlier, Odell Beckham has already thrown a pass this year. Who the hell says it couldn't happen again on some trickeration, holleration in this dance?
And this is a player prop.
That's plus 150. 150.
Oh, 150. And how many pass attempts? 1.5.
What?
How many pass attempts? Players?
Players with a passing attempt. So the quarterback's going to pass attempt. There's no amount. It's just number of players that attempt a pass.
How many? Oh, is it 2.5 or 3?
Yeah. So it's 2.5 every year. It's because they normally take it's the 2 quarterbacks are going to make a pass, but is there going to be some
which is a fun prop too, because like you said before, Cincinnati hasn't done it yet. You never know; they might put something in their repertoire.
That's what I'm saying. So there's a good chance that if we haven't seen everything from Cincinnati, some of the Philly special type shit comes out. You know what I mean? Sean McVay is out there, and I couldn't help but see the 2-point conversion, successful 2-point conversion, because that's a great way to get the shenanigans started. Okay, if the Bengals are down by 13 as it's coming down, what's a great way to get that closer to the number is for them to score a touchdown and get 8 off of that and bring it down to 5. Okay. Or, if they're down somewhere up in there, right? Or if they're down 9 or something. So that's a great way to do it. And that's plus 250. So check your own number, see what you have available through the different outs that you guys have doing your thing. You know what I mean? We got 2 outs now. Well, we probably got 3, but ain't nobody driving the Snoqualmie. But there's a lot of different ways where you can get outs. Make sure you're always looking for the best number, because the best number equals the best payout if you're on the right side.
And to add to your prop bets there, last year we did the first score, field goal or safety.
Yes.
Field goal hit. I think a field goal play is a good one on the first score here because they're going to be points.
This year it is touchdown minus 200, field goal plus 165, any other score plus 4,000.
Ooh, well, it could be a
that good paid Manning.
Seattle Broncos Super Bowl that we were in Vegas for. Shout out Aaron Jones and Rudy for that.
Yes, sir.
Accommodation.
And of course too, you got your, if you different stuff that's out there, everybody knows is winning margin. So I think the one everybody would probably be thinking about most would be Rams by 1 to 6 points or Bengals by 1 to 6 points. Rams is plus 300, Bengals plus 375. So both of those seems like fairly righteous plays on there. And of course, you got what's the other one? Old dude was telling me when I was sitting there. He said he messed up. Oh, okay. So it was an old dude. I'm in the book, right? And it was my first time in there. I'm chilling out, and people wild up here. They just come up and start talking to you about all kinds of shit. But anyway, he goes, "Man, I just put all of this in, man." He was playing nickels on everything, and he said, "Man, I got this right here. For first touchdown scorer, no touchdown scored." I said, "You might want to go get some clarification on that. You trying to tell me you don't think no touchdowns going to be scored in this game?" Because he was looking at plus 10,000.
Right.
I was like, "Yeah, that means no touchdown." He goes, no. Like in the first couple plays, like first touchdown scored. I go, no. First touchdown scored is no touchdown, means the game has no touchdowns, bro.
That sounds right.
I go, damn, you done already walked to the counter. You done donated that $5, bro. I'm sorry. So I hope he's able to buy out of that ticket. I doubt it because it's only $5. Charge it to the game. You know what I'm saying? So,
that's awesome.
Yeah, man, it's a lot. It's some stuff out there, but yeah, guaranteed. I'm almost thinking that, on the other site that we have available, man, I think we could almost do Bengals Bengals plus 4.5 over 48.5 parlay. And separately, Rams minus 4.5 over 48.5. G. I'm trying to tell you, because I think that 48 is going to hit. I don't think we can get middled out on this because
the 48 will hit.
Yeah, I already took home a Rams money line pick just to show my confidence, and I told you I'm zen on this. So I already took home a Rams money line ticket from EQC.
Wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, I didn't even want the 4.5. You know what I'm saying? No, who's gonna win outright? It was plus 200. It was plus 200, so it's 2 for 1. But it plus is what it is.
200.
Or minus 200, my fault.
Minus
so it's it's 2 to 1. So I mean, it is what it is. But I'm telling you, I'm putting the money where the mouth is. I don't even want to take the 4.5 points because they said the points don't matter in this game. G. So I don't need them. I don't need them. I don't want them. Even though I could have got it at minus 110. Because if they say it don't matter, that for me that would have been the smart way to do it. The pros would have told me take the 110 then. Why are you gonna pay an extra large vig then?
If you already think the points don't matter,
yeah. But I don't
points
trust
don't matter.
It.
Yep.
I don't trust it.
You bet on your team, bro. That's all respect for you there, buddy. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, let's close it out with a couple little things we saw. Let's see. Team that wears the white jersey in last 17 Super Bowls, 14-3. And we already referenced Cup over receiving yards prop is 16-4. Mixon 5 straight overs in receiving yards. and T Higgins 6-3 and over his last nine receiving yards. So, hey, we're gonna have to come back to y'all and throw out our props on Sunday morning when we get.
Yeah, we'll finalize them things.
Yeah, we'll get it all fired up. I'm gonna go hang out with the anonymous big homie and anonymous wife this weekend. So stay tuned. You don't know what kind of shenanigans we're gonna have popping off for everybody there.
Keep it low.
Well, but hey, yeah, get me out of my element. You never know what's gonna happen, bruh. I don't get out of the house, so I'm gonna have to maybe act a fool. So we'll see what happens down there. Stay tuned. As always, appreciate y'all listening. Check out the YouTube channel, subscribe. We'd appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review the show on whichever podcast platform that you listen to. Go to thisfunner.com for my podcast and online content. Grab some merch while you're there from the Funner family. Follow me on Twitter at Stix015. Follow this guy, anonymous big homie, at homie_anonymous. Bro, it's going to be a fun week. 4 more days. Let's get it. It's going to be fun, bro.
Damn
what
right.
you got for the people?
Look, it's called the Super Bowl. Why the hell wouldn't they want everybody to be using it? That don't even make no damn sense. Everybody's getting money. They're getting the most money. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. Why would you have to make some phony name, the big game? That's the dumbest